a typical day here in Forest Grove, Oregon. A little bit overcast, but no rain right now, and none that is forecasted to happen today. I think it starts again tomorrow. But weather's not too bad today. It's probably 50 degrees. I'm still loving the step van. We made a lot of progress last night. I'll walk inside and show you what we did. You can check back last episode, basically putting in subfloor. Okay, so you can see what we did yesterday. We put in this subfloor here. You can see there's a layer, a sandwich of pink foam here. This is 1-inch pink foam with 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood. So we've got that layer in there, and then we laid some garden blocks on top of it to weight it down. In between we have some adhesive holding it to the aluminum floor, and then between these two layers. And then I'm planning on finding some salvaged wood to go on top. I really want to try to build as much of this vehicle as I can with salvaged products, used or trash discards, pallet wood, things like that. And I did look around to see if I could find this pink foam used, and it just simply doesn't exist. I found like 1 or 2 places, and they're all out on the East Coast, so just not really accessible here. And checked at the Habitat for Humanity Restore to try to find some sheets of plywood. Sometimes they have plywood there. Couldn't find any plywood sheets beyond maybe a 3x5 sheet was the largest sheet that I could find. So I opted to just go ahead and have to buy new. The flooring that I'm going to put on top, I'm going to wait, and then on my way back to Austin, I'll be leaving in about 4 or 5 days, heading to Austin. And I'll just look on my way in each city I pass through to see if I can find some salvaged flooring, either available free on Craigslist or some other resources, so that I can put in the flooring on top of here. I'm going to probably also look for a free futon that I can put in here just to have a place to sit and get a little table, and maybe an ice chest or something like that for on the road. Upcoming the next 3 or 4 days are going to be a lot of mechanical work. I've got an appointment tomorrow morning with the mechanic to take it in to just basically have everything looked at and get everything ship shape and ready to go for the drive back to Austin. But today I'm going to be checking the differential oil or differential fluid. It's my very first time to check differential fluid. And I feel a little bit like somebody trying to learn to play the piano from YouTube videos, if you can imagine that, and not having any resources or help. I wanted to check the differential fluid just because I noticed there's a damp spot around that rear pumpkin of the differential. I'm not a mechanic type. I mentioned this before in some of my videos. This is the very first time for me to do this. I've just watched some videos, read a little manual for this particular step van. So I'm going to go under there and try to do my very first check of differential fluid, and if it needs some, put some in. So as I understand it, this square thing here is a sort of a plug, and that I can unscrew this and stick my finger in, which still sounds really weird to me not to have a dipstick to do this. But you stick your finger in there, and then you can determine if it needs to have fluid or not. And it's supposed to be right at the level of this plug. So I'm going to stick my finger in here. Not feeling anything yet. There, I can feel it. Okay, so it's about that distance, so maybe 1.5 inches or 2 inches. So I think it needs some fluid. I looked online. There's some fluid here. This is 80W90, which is, I think, what it takes. So I think you just squirt it in there and then just keep waiting until it fills up, starts coming out. I'm actually taking this to a mechanic tomorrow to have them look at a few things that I'm concerned about and do oil change, transmission fluid, Having some startup issues. Just want him to look at a few things. And then eventually I guess I need to get this fixed. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Ask them to put in a new seal here so it doesn't leak anymore. So I don't want to put a lot of money in it, I just want it to be safe to drive. Alright, I think that's about all the fluid I have in this bottle. Okay, it's just maybe 1/8 of an inch below. I think that'll do for now, at least to get it over there for tomorrow. Put the little plug back in. Alright. Alright, that should do it. All done. Very first time for me to do this. Hopefully I did everything correctly. If all of you are mechanics and know how to do this and this is easy for you, then hopefully you're sympathetic. This is my very first time, so don't be too critical. It's early evening. It's pouring rain here in Forest Grove. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that much more today. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. See you next episode.